fly with Bibi, I'm flying.
You know how they say don't speak ill of the dead? Well, Foolio's rivals didn't get the memo. From social media trolling to diss tracks dropped right after the funeral, these Opps went all out. But here's the thing, did they cross a line that's gonna come back and bite them? Let's get into why this funeral drama might have serious consequences for everyone involved. Let's rewind a bit and set the scene. Julio Foolio, born Charles Andrew Jones II, was this rapper from Jacksonville who'd been stirring up drama for years. He grew up in Hilltop Village, which he called the worst hood in Jacksonville. We're talking shootings, drugs, the whole 9 yards. Not exactly the kind of place you'd want to raise your kids, if you know what I mean. Foolio had seen some crazy stuff growing up. At just 11 years old, he witnessed someone get. Can you imagine? By 13, he lost his dad to gun violence. Talk about a rough start in life. As he got older, Foolio dove headfirst into the street life. He was always beefing with other rappers, especially this guy called Yungeen Ace. Their crews, KTA and ATK, had been at each other's throats for years. It was like a real-life version of the Sharks and Jets from West Side Story, but with a lot more gunfire. Now, Foolio wasn't just any rapper. He was known for his diss tracks. This guy could roast his enemies like nobody's business. Remember when he shot a music video in the cemetery where Ace's brother was buried? Talk about crossing the line. He was always pushing buttons and stirring up trouble. But here's the thing about living that kind of life. It often catches up with you. And for Foolio, it caught up with him on June 23, 2024. He'd been celebrating his 26th birthday in Tampa, Florida. The party was lit. Everyone was having a good time. And then, in the Holiday Inn parking lot, just like that, Foolio was gone. You'd think that'd be the end of the story, right? Wrong. Even after Foolio's death, his rivals couldn't let it go. They started trolling him online, making fun of his funeral, and just being all around disrespectful. It was like they were determined to get the last word, even if Foolio couldn't hear them anymore. One of the biggest trolls was this guy called Fulop Sosa. Man, this dude was on a roll. As soon as the news of Foolio's death hit the internet, Sosa was ready with the memes and disses. He even posted a pic of himself drinking Don Julio tequila, saying he was sipping Don Julio while smoking Foolio. Cold-blooded, right? But Sosa was just getting started. When Foolio's funeral finally happened on July 6, 2024, he went into overdrive. He was posting all sorts of memes and disrespectful comments. One of his posts said, "Now his ass in the ground, stop with these fake, I'm still alive posts." Ouch. Talk about kicking a man when he's down and 6 feet under. At the funeral, Foolio's family tried to keep things private. They only invited close family and friends. But you know how it is in the age of social media, nothing stays private for long. Soon, pictures and videos from the funeral were all over the internet, and Foolio's rivals were having a field day. They made fun of everything. The doves released at the ceremony, the painting of Foolio that was set up for people to take pictures with, even the songs people were singing at the funeral. It was like they couldn't resist the chance to throw one last jab at their fallen enemy. Even Yungeen Ace, Foolio's biggest rival, got in on the action. He dropped a new track called Ready to Die right after the funeral. In it, he basically says Foolio's crew is too scared to retaliate. Talk about adding insult to injury. It's like he was daring them to do something, knowing they were grieving, and probably not in the best state of mind. Now you might be wondering, why all the hate? Well, it's a long story, but let's just say Foolio wasn't exactly Mr. Popularity in Jacksonville. He had a knack for making enemies, always dissing other rappers and their dead homies. Not exactly a recipe for making friends, if you ask me.
Nah, real shit, all of them, like, everybody, I fuck with all them boys, shit, them boys straight. Like, I wish the best for all of them and shit. I know this is a tragic loss for them and shit like that. So, I hope they get through this.
The beef supposedly started over something as small as a handshake that didn't happen at a Kodak Black concert. Can you believe it? But from there, it spiraled out of control. There were shootings, more diss tracks, and a whole lot of bad. Foolio was known for taking things to the extreme. He dissed dead rivals in his songs, shoot provocative music videos, and just generally stir up trouble. He even gave out his address in one of his songs, daring his enemies to come for him. Talk about playing with fire. But here's the crazy thing. At one point, Foolio and Yungeen Ace weren't even enemies. Foolio once said in an interview that they used to be mutuals and hung out with the same people, but somewhere along the line, things went south, and they ended up on opposite sides of this deadly beef.
Like, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We want to kill each other. Nah, we just mutual, you know?
I mean, I've interviewed Yungeen Ace a couple times.
Yeah.
The violence wasn't just in their music either. Both sides lost people to the streets. Foolio lost his cousin Zion Brown and his close friend Bibby. Yungeen Ace lost his brother and 2 close friends in a single shooting. It was like a never-ending cycle of violence and retaliation.
I was in we was coming from Wasabi. It was my little brother's 23th birthday. And you know, we was just hanging, you know what I'm saying? We don't on too much though, we was just chilling though, you know what I'm saying? We really out our body though, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, shit. We pulled up to the light. We was leaving shit. We was really hanging, like I said, we were hanging out though. We weren't, you know what I'm saying? We was just hanging out though. We had our guard down, that's what it was. But, I mean, we pulled up to the light though. I'm on it, shit started going crazy. At first I ain't really whoop, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, I tried to like shield my little brother, 23, it was his birthday. So I tried to shield him and shit, make sure he was good, but I couldn't shield everybody though, you know what I'm saying? But I tried to shield him and get out at the same time, you feel what I'm saying? Cause we like trapped in, put it like that, we were trapped in, but that shit was crazy though, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, it still on me though, but.
Well, it was your brother's birthday. How old did he turn that day?
He had turned 18.
18.
Even when Foolio tried to move away from the beefs and focus on his music, it seemed like trouble followed him. He made enemies outside of Jacksonville too. He dissed FBG Duck after he died, even though they had no history together. He even tried to start something with NBA Youngboy just because Youngboy used the word Foolio in a song. It's like the guy couldn't help but stir up drama wherever he went.
That shit made me not even want to tote no Glock no more, bro. Like, I don't even want to take this G thing no more, bro. I don't even want the G thing, like.
Now back to the funeral drama. Foolio's girlfriend posted a video of people at the funeral singing along to one of Foolio's diss tracks. Big mistake. One of ATK's affiliates, a guy called T-Shot, responded by posting an old video of someone making threats. It was like a not-so-subtle warning to Foolio's girlfriend. Even at the funeral, the beef was still going strong.
Don't know what you bitch, you ain't heard. We shoot. You ain't heard.
But here's where it gets really wild. Someone's been using Foolio's Instagram account to make posts claiming he's still alive. They're saying stuff like his grandma does voodoo and posting memes of him rising from the casket like The Undertaker. Talk about keeping the drama going even after death. But it's not just the rivals doing the trolling. Foolio's own crew has been keeping his name alive in their own way. They've been using his account to promote his music and even brag about making money off his death. One post claimed Foolio was the first rapper to make $250,000 off a promo after death. Talk about cashing in. Now you might be thinking, isn't all this disrespect going too far? And you wouldn't be alone. Some people are saying it's crossed a line. I mean, the guy's dead, right? Shouldn't they let him rest in peace? But in the world of drill rap, it seems like there's no such thing as too far. These beefs don't just end when someone dies. If anything, it often makes things worse. It's like each side is trying to get the last word, even if one of them can't respond anymore. And let's not forget, Foolio wasn't exactly an innocent victim in all this. He'd been dishing out dissies and stirring up trouble for years. Remember that cemetery music video? Or when he gave out his own address in a song? It's like he was playing with fire and finally got burned. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Right after this Blanco Moni footage hits the internet, Foolio's Instagram account drops a bomb. It comments, "The best fuel pump emoji to smoke on. Trust me, devil emoji." Hold up, what? Is Foolio trolling from beyond the grave? Of course, this set the internet on fire. Fans are going crazy trying to figure out what it means. Is there a posthumous album coming? Did Foolio plan all this before he died? Some fans are speculating that this is just the beginning. They're saying the best music video is yet to come. And let me tell you, if it's anything like Foolio's past videos, it's gonna be wild. But here's the kicker. Some people think this video might be Foolio's final diss to his ops. Can you imagine? The guy might be gone, but he could still be out here stirring up trouble. This whole situation is like a movie, isn't it? Just when you think the drama's over, bam, another plot twist. So now Foolio's rivals are probably sweating. They've been out here disrespecting his funeral, thinking it's all over. But if this video and these albums drop, they might be in for a rude awakening. And let's be real, if this music does drop, you know everyone's gonna be listening. Foolio was controversial, sure, but he knew how to get people's attention. It's like Foolio might get the last laugh after all. So, as you can imagine, people have a lot of opinions about everything that's been going down. The comment sections are blowing up, and folks are not holding back. One comment that's been getting a lot of attention goes like this: young black men killing each other. It's never gonna make sense to me. It's sad. It's gross. It's unnecessary. Man, that hits hard, doesn't it? It's like this person is stepping back and looking at the bigger picture. They're not getting caught up in the who dissed who drama. Instead, they're seeing the real tragedy here. Young lives being lost over what? Some rap beef? It really makes you think. But then you've got people who are looking at it from a different angle. Check out this comment. Duh, Wade'em boys been celebrating his death. That boy Foolio must have had been a real threat to their camp. Who? Talk about a different perspective. This person's basically saying, look at how happy Foolio's enemies are that he's gone. He must have been a real problem for them. It's like they're seeing all this disrespect as a backhanded compliment to Foolio. Like, if your enemies are this happy you're gone, you must have been doing something right, you know? These two comments really show how divided people are about this whole situation. So where does it go from here? Will Foolio's death be the wake-up call that finally ends this beef? Or will it just add fuel to the fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this wild ride, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more juicy stories like this one.